The worst of India's pollution has receded, viewer. No matter where you are in the country, you're already breathing slightly cleaner air, but the worst is not over, so don't sleep easy. If you think your sunny skies are clean, I'm really sorry to be spoiling your day today. The air in India is killing its people literally. While you sit there, like me, hypnotized by images of our netas and their endless notanki outside Parliament with masks and T-shirts and bags and posters, a Lancet study has revealed a chilling reality. Air pollution was responsible for 7.3 million deaths in India over a decade period, up alarmingly from 4.3 million in 2009. If the World Health Organization's stricter air quality guidelines were applied to India, nearly 16.6 million people have died in this country. A staggering 25% of all deaths in India, viewer, between 2009 and 2019 are directly linked to air pollution. That's right, the same air that we're breathing now, except it's a whole lot worse. So imagine how many more millions have either died or are dying because of the air that you and I are breathing in this country right now. And yet, outside our parliamentarians spend more time on political theatrics than addressing this existential crisis. Take the example of PM 2.5 levels, which reached an average of 119 in Ghaziabad and Delhi in 2016, 24 times the WHO's safe limit of just 5. It's a deadly reality for every Indian. Not a single person in this country is breathing air that meets WHO guidelines. Year-round, not just in the winter season, India's 1.4 billion citizens are exposed to dangerously polluted air, which increases mortality rates by 8.6% for every 10 μg per meter cubed rise in PM 2.5. You must be wondering, this is such a boring topic, Shiv. Why are you talking about pollution when the air is a little cleaner? Well, because we tend to just move on from pollution when we can start breathing again and we've stopped coughing, thinking, finally the air is clean, but it's still killing you, and our politicians would rather dance around like this outside Parliament. What do our elected representatives instead focus on? Grandstanding over billionaires like George Soros and Gautam Adani. Crucial hours of legislative time funded by taxpayers like you and me at the rate of 2.5 lakh rupees per minute. Let me repeat that. 2.5 lakh rupees of tax money per minute is spent on Parliament, squandered on finger-pointing and political point scoring. Meanwhile, studies like this Lancet report that's just out underscores the pressing need for comprehensive policies to combat air pollution, an issue that ideally should be issue number 1 in Parliament. But then it isn't sexy. There's no masala in it. Millions of people dying slowly of cancer and lung disease is so boring, it's so uncompelling. We need drama in our lives, and therefore we've got our members of Parliament who are happy to simply let the tax money flow in order to make their stupid political points. The irony is grotesque. While Ghaziabad's air, India's most toxic with PM 2.5 levels of 119, chokes its residents, our political class prefers to indulge in melodramatic walkouts and choreographed outrage. Arunachal Pradesh's lower Subansiri district, India's least polluted region, still has a PM 2.5 level at its cleanest, which is higher than the WHO limit by more than twice. Even the most pristine air in this country at the cleanest of seasons is unsafe. Tell that to yourself again, viewer. And yet Parliament remains preoccupied with everything but the pollution crisis. Because, yaar, kuch masala nahi hai isme. Deaths due to PM 2.5 exceeding India's national limit of 40 totaled 3.8 million in a single decade. I can go on and on with these scary statistics knowing that they may not even move you because pollution simply doesn't wake us up. Is this not enough to stir action? 16.6 million people dead. quarter of all deaths in the country are linked to air pollution. Or are our leaders content to dance around Parliament on sunny days like today rather than do the job that they were sent to Parliament to do? Indian citizens deserve better from their political class, who seem more concerned with optics and theatrics than with fulfilling their duty to improve the lives of Indians. Nobody is saying don't do drama. We are well aware that politics involves spectacle, involves nautanki, involves drama. But Parliament is a valuable resource. Parliament is a place where real legislation can happen to improve the lives of Indians. So if 16.6 million Indians have died due to air pollution in 1 decade, and it's only getting worse, how is it that this is not priority number 1 in Parliament for you? I invite you to join me in simply breaking my head thinking about that, because this is what Parliament is busy with. It's a shame on our democracy that critical issues like pollution, which affect every single Indian, you, me, our children, our parents, our loved ones, are ignored in favor of this ridiculous, juvenile, partisan bickering. The parties may say, oh, these are important issues, we must debate them. Please go ahead and debate them. What I'm talking about is a question of your priorities, your allegiance and loyalty to the taxpayer, to the voter, to the Indian citizen. The air we breathe should be a matter of urgent and unanimous focus in Parliament. Instead, it's drowned out by the cacophony of this lurid political drama. The cost of this negligence is measured in millions of lives, rich and poor. A tragedy that demands accountability and change. And I'm only wondering, will it?